everyone, Lori La Bey with Dementia Quick Tips. And today I want to talk to you about the word behavior. It basically came to light to me through someone I interviewed. His name is Geert Benninger, and he's over in the Netherlands, and he's written this beautiful book called Moving On by Standing Still. And I highly recommend it. It's in multiple languages. But what I found was the word behavior. He talks about this a lot. The way we look at it, when we say someone has a behavior, when I'm told I have a behavior, that is not a pat on the back. That is not considered a skill set. It's considered an irritation to others. Now let's think about how many times we use that term when we're referring to a person with dementia, and many times right in front of them. And again, pretty much anything that I talk to you about for dementia is good for the world. So think about how often you tell your kids you don't like that behavior. You don't like this, you don't like that. We have to stop using that word, because really a behavior is just a reaction, a clue that tells us something is wrong. It's a signal, especially with a person with dementia, because they can't communicate the way they used to. And when you frame it in your mind that it's not an irritant to just push your buttons, because a lot of times that's what we do, but rather it's a form of communication, and they're telling us they need help, that something is off, makes all the difference in the world. I'm going to give you two examples of this. First, I was at the nursing home with my mom, and it was a picnic, but it was a cool, brisk day. Sun was shining, it looked gorgeous, and everybody had their jackets on and things, but one woman in her wheelchair who was nonverbal kept pounding on the table on her wheelchair, and she would scream and moan, and it was very disruptive. And you could tell everybody was upset with her behavior. I asked the staff, could they please go get a blanket so I could wrap it around her feet, that I thought she was cold. Staff didn't want to do it. I said, you either go get me a blanket or I will ask your director for a blanket. They went and they got a blanket, and I wrapped it around her feet. Because you see, she just had little footies on with her shoes, and her pants were hiked up halfway up her calf, so she had exposed legs. As soon as I wrapped that blanket around her feet, she smiled, and she actually sunk down in her chair and just looked up in the sky, and she could now enjoy the moment. I'm not going to pretend that we can fix these things and figure them out right away all the time. But I'm going to give you another example. And this is a real common one, and I think one we have to be very conscious of in today's world now that we're dealing with COVID. There's a lot of negative news on. This one happened again at the nursing home with my mom. I was cleaning out her closet, which she asked me to do. And we had the TV on. I really wasn't paying attention to it because I was showing her outfits and kind of sorting things through. And all of a sudden, my mom got very anxious, and she just started crying. And then she started, literally, crocodile tears were pouring down her face. She was terrified. And I said, Mom, if you want me to stop cleaning out your closet, no problem, I'll stop. And she said no, but she couldn't tell me what was wrong. And then I realized on the TV at that time, we were bombing Iraq. And in my mom's head, that was happening outside her window, outside her door. That was real life. I turned the TV off. She immediately calmed right down and got right back with me, sorting through her closet. Sometimes it's teeny weeny things that takes us seconds to change to make the environment comfortable for them. So if you want to learn more on this, again, I highly recommend Geert Benninger's book, Moving On by Standing Still. In the meantime, you can find all our Dementia Quick Chats on Alzheimer Speaks YouTube channel. So keep your physical distance, wash your hands, but continue to stay socially connected. Talk to you soon. Bye now.